Okay, good morning, class. Today we're going to learn a little bit about African music and culture. So the first thing we need to ask ourselves is, where is Africa? So can somebody tell me, on the map, as soon as it goes up here, which color continent is Africa? Mustard, brown, yes. When it's hot, I've heard it called some other things too. But very good. So a little facts about Africa. It's the second largest continent, about 11.7 million square miles, very big area. It takes up 6% of the Earth's surface. It also hosts about 1.1 billion people that live there, and most of the population is under the age of 19, 50%. But music, of course, is a big part of their culture. So a little bit about what their music sounds like. What does it sound like? There's hundreds of cultural groups in Africa. So it's hard to pinpoint what exactly the music sounds like. Because there's many tribes with different music styles and many categories, even within one tribe. They use music in their ceremonies, their rituals, their dances. It's used in school, children's songs, play songs, in every part of their life, even daily life. So what does it sound like? Short melodic phrases, repeated systematically. What does repeated mean? Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Very good. Improvisation as well. So that means variations on the melody. Sometimes the drum leader will also improvise a little bit over the melody as well. And patterns of simple or complex polyrhythm. Now this is a new term for you guys. Polyrhythm. Two-part word, poly and rhythm. So we're putting our English hats on right now, language arts hats. What does rhythm mean? Can anybody tell me? Anybody? An idea? Beat, I heard beat. Yes, it is basically, in the dictionary of music, it's the aspect of music that concerns our organization of time. So we have our beat, we have our quarter notes, our half notes, our whole notes, with the way we divide our time, 4/4, 2/4, things like that. So what does poly mean? Anybody know? Yes? Multiple, very good. So it's a noun, and in this case it's a plural noun. So polyrhythm. Multiple rhythms. Now we're going to listen to a little bit of African music. This is a pure example of how music is part of daily lives. And I want you to take a good listen to this and see if you can hear some aspects of African music. Aspects of African music that we hear that we just talked about? Yes.
Simple rhythms.
Simple rhythms, yes. So we have a rhythmic ostinato, basically, a small rhythmic pattern that we're repeating over and over. What else? Did we hear anything else? Maybe instruments?
I think we were whistling.
Whistling, yes. You had heard somebody whistling the melody. This is actually taking place in a post office in Africa. So you can see these guys are doing the work, but also making music. So they're canceling stamps. And as you can see, you can imagine they got a stamper that they're making the sound with, they're patting on the table, they're whistling, they're sapping, doing all types of things to create the music. So, just to go back a little, what I want you to do, I'm going to hand this out to you guys and take a look at this. Not only do we have different styles of music, just take one and pass it down, please. But we also have different ways of notating music in different parts of the world. I'm going to clap a beat. And then a clap of rhythm. So let's just get our beat going here. We're good. And join in. Good, very good. Now, from looking at that chart, most of you have gotten it now. We have at the top row, it's basically a graph. we have, what is labeled there? Can anybody tell me? The top row there with all the numbers. Beats, very good. So that's our beat. How many beats are there? 8 beats, very good. Now on the left-hand side, we have three different things that we're supposed to do. The first one was clapping, of course. And now we have our pat left. And you can see what I was doing. We were patting our beat. And where the X's were, what were we doing where the X's were? Clapping, very good. So for the pat that part, I have 2 X's in some spots. What do you think that means? So what kind of notes do you think those are on one beat? 8th notes, very good. So we have 8th notes. So let's get our beat going again. Good, ready? Okay, so for this, we're going to do pat on our lap. Ready? 1. Good, stop there. So we're going to add different aspects of sound. Now the last one we have stomp. So we have rest, 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 rest. Good, all right, we're going to divide up into 3 groups. We got over here all the way up to Dan, group 1. Right here, group 2. And right over the last 4 over here, group 3. Group 1, I want you to do the clapping part. Group 2, I want you to do the pat lap part. And group 3, the stomp part. Ready? Let's get our beat going. 1, 2, ready, begin. Very good, very good, very good. So now if we were to look at this the way we would notate it, this is the way it would look like to us. So our Western notation. Now as you can see at the bottom there, we have some empty boxes. We're going to do a little project today. Before we do that, we're going to introduce some instruments, some African instruments. So we have many different drums. We have the ngongwi, we have the exase, which is more like a shaker, the claves. I need one volunteer for the drum. I need one volunteer for the ngongwi. And let's get one more. Somebody over here, play the drum? All right. All right, so let's switch up our groups right here real quick. We're going to have this group over here is going to do the pat lap part. We'll have the clap part over here, and again, you guys with the stop. All right, so this time though, I want you to play the drum, and I want you to play the ngongwi with your part, and of course the drum over here with your part. So let's get ready. 1, 2, ready, and. Going to create our own pieces. You see we have a blank box there in the bottom of our sheets that I gave out to you. I want you to quick get into groups of 4 and quickly as possible come up with your own polyrhythm with your own groups. And please feel free to come up here, either use body percussion or use some of the instruments we have up here. We have drums, we have also the exase, which is the shaker. We have group 4 over here. So you guys get in the group and listen. Thank you, that's all we have time for today. Next time we'll do the project. Oh, 50 seconds. Quick, as quickly as possible, 30 seconds you guys have. 30 seconds you guys have to come up with a polyrhythm part. Ready, set, go. more pieces we have all together, guys. You ready? Ready? Here's our tempo. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, begin.